Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And yes, the sickness is still continuing. It is obnoxious. But anyway, today we have gathered here to talk about some movies and some TV series that I picked up recently. So we're going to start off with some DVDs, work over to Blu-ray, and then I'll wrap up with a 4K title I picked up on the cheap from Disc Replay. So let's do this. Before we do though, if you have a quick second, go ahead and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into a random movie and TV series haul. So a few weeks ago, frankly, probably a month or two ago now, I went into Disc Replay and looked at the cart as I always start there. And there was a bunch of Scooby-Doo items on the cart that I didn't own. So of course, I had to grab them. So first up, I grabbed this one here. It's a complete series, 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. So I have not seen this one, but I believe there's 13 episodes. I think that's kind of the whole idea behind this one. But yeah, you can see it's a 2-disc set. And yeah, should be fun. I have a ton of Scooby-Doo in my collection, so whenever I can add more, I always take advantage, especially for these. These were all part of like the buy 3, get 6 free now, I think it is. So yeah, very good deal on this one. First up today is the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Sticking with the TV series side of things, they had a pup named Scooby-Doo. So they had the first season plus seasons 2, 3, and 4, which is crazy to me that like there's 3 seasons packed onto this. But yeah, only 17 episodes for 3 full seasons, which is so strange to me. But anyway, yeah, so this is pretty darn cool. This is the complete 1st through 4 seasons of this show. Now, out of all the ones I picked up, this is the one that I like the art style on the least. And I think this one is going to be aimed at maybe even a younger audience than the regular Scooby-Doo. But I mean, I don't care. I love Scooby-Doo. My kids hopefully will like Scooby-Doo, and this would be a good place for them to start. So I have a pup named Scooby-Doo seasons 1 through 4. The rest of these Scooby-Doo items are all movies, which is frankly what I love most about Scooby. So this one here is Return to Zombie Island. So there is a regular, like Scooby-Doo Goes to Zombie Island or whatever it's called. And I believe I have that one on DVD already, but I didn't have this future one, the sequel, the Return to Zombie Island. So yeah, I've not even seen this one yet. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. So Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. Next up is another newer movie, and I believe that this is tied into something I showed earlier, but this is Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. So that might sound familiar. I think what happens here is that they track down all but one ghost, the 13th ghost, in the series 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and then this kind of wraps up that series. At least that's what I'm getting by reading the backs of these, and given that they have a very similar title, similar font, everything like that. So I think this is kind of like the wrap-up to the other series, which is pretty darn cool. So excited to check this out. This is Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. Here is a bit of an older movie, which frankly are the ones I like collecting the most because I think these are so cool. But I found Scooby-Doo in Arabian Nights. So I have a lot of the older movies, not all of them, but I do have a pretty good number of them. So it's not often I find one, especially at like Disc Replay or the thrift store, that I don't already own. So was very happy to find this one. I cannot wait to check this out. I don't even think I've seen this one. And if I have, I just don't remember it. But yeah, it should be a really fun one. This is Scooby-Doo and the Arabian Nights. And then last but not least with Scooby, I actually found a 4-pack. We have 4 films here. We have Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire, Scooby-Doo in Where's My Mummy, Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword, and then Scooby-Doo Legend of the Phantasaur. So this looks like a lot of fun, and I think this comes on 2 DVDs. Yeah, so looks like you get like 2 movies on each DVD, which isn't bad. These are relatively short. I want to say that these are usually around 70-ish minutes or so. Yeah, like all of them are about 75 minutes. So the fact that there's 2 on a disc is going to be totally fine. But yeah, very happy to get all 4 of these in the collection. And I mean, I love adding Scooby-Doo. Like, how cool are these? So really good prices on these, and a 4-pack of Scooby films. You can't beat it. So that is the last of the Scooby-Doo titles I grabbed. So let's move on to something else. Actually, this is another 4-pack, not Scooby-Doo or family related at all, quite the opposite, but this is American Pie 4-play pack. So I have waited and waited to pick up like all of those direct-to-video sequels of American Pie for the longest time. Then I found this one. I actually grabbed this one from Secondhand Charles, and it was a pretty good price. I think they were doing like a buy two, get one at the time, and so this was one of the ones I grabbed. So this one, where are the title? Oh, they're right in the front there. So Bandcamp, A Naked Mile, Beta House, and The Book of Love. Now, with that said, I think there are only 2 more that I don't own. There was one that came maybe a couple years after this, and one that came quite a few years after this. Frankly, I think the latest one came out maybe just 2 or 3 years back now, so real recent. But yeah, really looking forward to watching these. I have seen Bandcamp, which I think was like the first of the spin-offs, and I liked it. I thought it was funny, but I've not seen the rest of these. I don't have high hopes. Like, they're not great, but you get Eugene Levy in, at least in Bandcamp, and I'm guessing he'll probably be in some of the other ones as well, which he's always great. So yeah, really looking forward to checking these ones out. American Pie presents the 4-play pack: Bandcamp, Naked Mile, Beta House, and The Book of Love. You know what? Now that I say that, I think I've seen that one also. So maybe I've seen half of these. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm happy to add it to the collection. So my local disc replay has been doing like buy 3, get 3 free on their box sets for the longest time now, which they count TV series as box sets. And so I bought 3 that I was selling on eBay, but then I also bought these 3 for the collection. So this is Arrested Development seasons 1, 2, and 3. Now, this is a show that I have been meaning to watch for the absolute longest time. I bought these originally when they were brand new on Black Friday, back when I first started Black Friday shopping in like 2009, 2010, that time. And I never ended up watching them. I think I ended up selling them over the years. I must have ended up trading them. And so I figured, you know what? I couldn't find much else and these were free. So why not get Arrested Development and see if it's any good or not? So yeah, very interested to see how this series is. Like I said, I've never heard anything but incredible things about this show. So yeah, I'm excited to finally check this one out. So this is Arrested Development seasons 1, 2, and 3. I had never heard of this movie before, but it sounds right up my alley. It's actually based on a Ray Bradbury story. This is called A Sound of Thunder. And it's the whole idea of if you go back in the past and you change something, will that affect events in the future? And of course it does. So I guess the year is 2055. They are time traveling back to the dinosaurs. Somebody does something they're not supposed to and things end up changing in the future. I have to see this. I had no idea this even existed. So really looking forward to checking this one out. This is called A Sound of Thunder. Let me know if this one is any good or not down in the comments. I'd appreciate that. And the last DVD I grabbed is one that I owned on VHS for the longest time, and I can't find it anymore. So I must have accidentally gotten rid of it over the years or lost it, whatever the case is. But I love this movie, Dirty Work. Now, turns out Dirty Work is actually available on Blu-ray. I didn't realize that when I was buying the DVD, but yeah, I mean, for the price, I paid very little for this off of eBay, but I loved this. At least I did when I watched it when I was like 12, 13 years old. But yeah, Norm Macdonald is hilarious in this, Chevy Chase in it as well. It is just a raunchy, hilarious comedy that I cannot recommend enough. I have to watch it again, but I loved it when I watched it when I was younger, so I cannot wait to revisit this. Dirty Work. Let me know if you guys have seen this one also, because I thought it was just hilarious. Okay, moving over to the Blu-rays now. This first one here is one I've been looking for quite a while, The Phantom. And this is the Billy Zane one. You might remember maybe a couple months ago, I found the like made for sci-fi movie that they did of The Phantom. I found that at a garage sale for like $1. Well, this was the one I really wanted because I've heard really good things about it, but I know it wasn't very liked when it was first released. So I'm just intrigued to check it out. So yeah, very happy I was able to find this one. Cannot wait to check out Billy Zane's The Phantom. So this next one I owned on DVD, but I had the full screen edition of it for the longest time. I ended up getting rid of it a couple years ago, but I always wanted to pick up the Blu-ray, but never got around to it until now. the Simpsons movie. So this is one that I saw in theaters and I remember really enjoying it. I watched it maybe once or twice on DVD at home and I liked it then also. So I really just wanted to upgrade it to the Blu-ray because I'm sure it's going to look great. And again, it was a full screen DVD back in the day. So yeah, very happy to have this one back in the collection. I am not by any means the biggest Simpsons fan in the world. I like it, but I don't watch a ton of it. I did maybe when I was younger, but I am much more of a Family Guy, Bob's Burgers guy nowadays. So I haven't watched a new episode of The Simpsons and I can't even tell you how long, but I really liked this movie when it came out. So I figured, yep, this is a good one for the collection. This is the Simpsons movie. This was a really cool find. I actually got this one from Second and Charles, again, part of their like buy two, get one sale. And this was brand new in its shrink wrap, Grave Encounters 2. So you guys know, you might know anyway, that I'm a huge found footage fan, and that's exactly what this is. Now, I still need to get the first one. It's in my Amazon cart right now, but it's not as cheap as I was able to find this one, so I'm hoping maybe I'll find the Blu-ray while I'm out and about, but if not, I can just grab it off of Amazon. I really like these two found footage movies. They're not great, but there are some genuinely scary moments in them, and so I think they do a pretty nice job, but I am a lot more forgiving on found footage than a lot of people are, I would say, so take it with a grain of salt, but I really like these ones. So yeah, very happy I was able to find Grave Encounters 2 on Blu-ray. And last but not least today is a random like $5 4K item I picked up from Disc Replay. Deadpool. And yes, this is an upgrade for me. I do own the Blu-ray, but I love this. Actually, you know what? I think I own the Steelbook, the Blu-ray Steelbook of this, but so I'll probably hold on to that just because it's a Steelbook. But anyway, I love this movie. It's excellent. I laughed so hard the first time I watched it, and I loved it. So very happy I was able to upgrade. I do own the second one on 4K already, so that's why I wanted to upgrade this one to 4K. But yeah, great film. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. So the last one for today on 4K, Deadpool. All right, so there is a completely random stack of items that I've grabbed recently. DVD, 4K, Blu-ray, eBay, Disc Replay, Second and Charles, all over the place today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and thank you for excusing my voice throughout this recording session. It has been an absolute trip. But anyway, that said, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. And you know, speaking of video games, I have 2 stacks of games over there that I haven't shared with you guys yet that I bought over the past like year and a half now that I really need to do something with. Either just put them away and be done with it, or just do one big video and move on. I don't know. I was also considering like, should I start a second channel, Cinefessions Gaming? Because most of the people here are interested in movies and some books, but not a ton on gaming as much. So I don't know what to do with them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you guys for watching, and before you go, I just want to encourage you all to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.